This classic episode of the Electric Playground is brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support Electric Playground. Remember, this episode first aired in 1997.
Look, you want to race? Let's race for real.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Now?
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to be talking about my favorite racing games, racing cars. Games.
I'm standing beside Chris Bailey, who is the originator, lead programmer, designer, basically the man when it comes to Petrosphere.
The electronic way.
The Electric Playground.
Don't even go there.
Driving has always been a popular genre for video games. Now EP takes a look in the rearview mirror at some of the best.
Tommy?
Hey, this is Tommy.
It's your mother.
Yeah, can I get back to you in a bit here?
You don't call me anymore.
Oh, okay, thanks. What's your favorite racing game ever of all time?
Wave Race on Nintendo 64. That became my favorite when I kicked your butt last time.
Are you so, dude? I beat you every time.
I'm talking Wave Race.
Yeah, Wave Race on the Nintendo 64. I don't win every
I can
time.
beat you in Japanese. I can beat you in English. I beat you in Daytona.
I beat you in Ridge
Sega
Racer
Rally.
all the time. Ridge Racer,
Manx TT.
Jet Moto.
Can even beat you in Cool Border.
Oh my God! Look, you want to race? Let's race for real.
All right, let's do it.
Hi, we're at the Electric Playground, and we are here for the much-awaited interview with Greg Moore. You're going into a big race. How does it feel?
It feels great, especially just because we're coming home. Everyone supports me so well. It's something real special, that's for sure.
Diddy Kong Racing is cool because it's totally fast. The computer AI is super realistic, so the racers race each other and you at the same time. Also, there's a huge number of tracks. When you get done with the games, special tracks you can race after that. It's got a lot of variety, 3 different vehicles, and everything feels very, very real for the fantasy world that you're in.
So where did you learn how to drive?
My dad was a big part of me going racing. He did it for fun, and I went to one of his races when I was 10 years old, and I asked him how I could get involved. I thought maybe I get to wax the car or something like that, and next thing I know, there's a go-kart sitting in my garage.
This company has a history of driving games. What's your favorite?
Off-road. It's fantastic. You know, you're driving in all these off-road terrains, and it really brings a total different twist to the idea of driving. There's nitros that you pick up on the track, and you've got a turbo button that can accelerate you faster. You can increase your truck, you can get better suspension, better tires, better handling, and it really, gives you a different play mechanic and some different involvement in the way that the game is.
You're mine, baby, you're mine!
There's a lot of competition in the racing genre. I'd say we're approaching about 25% of the market is all about racing games. One of the ways that we try to distinguish ourselves is to really get the feel, the speed of racing.
I doubt it. That'd make me a worse driver, though.
When you play video games, did you find that it helped you learn more?
Not really. You don't feel what the car is doing or anything like that. You can't get what they call the seat of the pants feel, by feeling in your hands what the car is doing and feeling through your bum where you're sitting, what the car is, reacting to. I've got a Sony PlayStation, and some of the other drivers come over. Max Pappas is a friend of mine. He wins. Jimmy Vassar's kind of fast. I win a few times, so there's a few guys that do pretty well.
I think they got a pretty good feel for it. Yeah, it's. I've played the Destruction Derby and a few of the other ones, and they work really well.
Not the one
ones I've looked at, like the ones I've looked at, like Carmageddon, where the point is to run over pedestrians. I don't think that would be like a good thing to encourage on a real road.
Some of the video games now, I mean, if you wanted to learn a racetrack or something like that, they're very, very good. You can learn to turn left, you can learn to turn right. You know, some IndyCar games that have Vancouver on them and stuff, and it's just like the racetrack.
Glenn Richards, also known as the Maniac. Go walk around and take a look at hands. They call them derby hands.
You guys ever think about getting Palm Olive to maybe sponsor the event?
Some guys from Electronic Arts came over. They strapped a digital recording device and they ran it right off my car. So on Need for Speed, the original Need for Speed, some of the sound effects are from one of my cars.
No way. Have you played those games? Mm-hmm. Pretty crazy. I mean, you just crash all over the place. I'm like, if you play Super Mario Kart, it's like you just go all over the place and shoot things.
Favorite racing game, Road Rash. He's beating people up on your motorcycle.
Driving games are always popular. Players love them.
Yeah.
So we'll keep making them.
Last 3-lap lead is coming.
Oh man, are you okay? It's just not worth it, is it?
No.
Come on up, you get. Dear.
And it's safer playing video games.
Yeah, it sure is.
Ow.
Let's play some web rails.
Now, as you watch these commercials, I want you to think of one thing.
What do you think the issue is? Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Maximum carnage. Where do you think I picked that up? Probably P&P Games. Seen it 100 times.
Hi, I'm John Shaw. I'm the executive editor of the Electric Playgrounds website. And welcome to my hometown, Calgary. Now I'm standing 600 feet above ground level on the Calgary Tower. And as you can see, behind me are the mountains, the rolling foothills, but not a lot of water. But what there is H2O. I'm standing beside Chris Bailey, who is the originator, lead programmer, designer, basically the man when it comes to Petrosphere. So how did Petrosphere start?
A friend and myself, Stephen Shepard, we were kind of sitting in my basement one day and decided we wanted to make a game that we could reach a lot of different audiences. Over about 2 days, we came up with the original idea of Petrosphere, which was kind of the ball and the pieces falling onto it and stuff.
When did Nintendo come into the picture?
Well, we'd finished a prototype for the Atari Jaguar. It was about 80 to 90% done, and at that time the game was called Fear. And we went to the Winter CES, I think in '94. We showed the game there. It was quite a success, just overwhelming response from different people who saw the game at that time. And Nintendo was one of the people who saw the game, and they kind of approached us about doing it on the Nintendo 64.
Come with us. We'll go over this way. You are the animator. What is this guy? Tell me about him.
Basically, he's a monkey. He was developed originally by Industrial Light and Magic to control dinosaurs for Jurassic Park. He allows you to control your character in real time on the screen just by moving his limbs. The benefit of this is it's basically more of a hands-on approach. This is actual feedback. This is real-world stuff.
Main responsibility overall look, Petrosphere, character design, storyboarding for all the animations.
How is it working on the N64 platform?
No, it was great. There's a few restrictions that were new, the size of the texture maps and stuff like that, but all in all, it does a beautiful job.
Now we're with McBain.
Yeah, this is Character 8's victory animation. So when you reach a certain point in the game, you get to see this animation. Essentially, we used an animation package called Lightwave to do all the animating and used our own software to texture map it. One of the games I loved. Well, really far back is Tempest, and then Joust, the original Star Wars. A lot of the games that we have in the office in our AV room.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is our AV room, audiovisual. It's where we do all of our presentations. Every Thursday morning, we come in here and watch Reboot as a company.
That's great.
Recreation, play video games.
Discs of Tron out in the hallway. We got Joust, we got Tron here. We've also got Star Wars over this way.
I know I'm looking at the right kind of company.
Top Gear Rally is cool because it's got a four-wheel drive element. All the cars are four-wheel drive. The physics are modeled exactly correct. And when you go over jumps, you feel it. When you take air, you lose control. You can't steer. It's probably the most hyper-realistic gaming experience available on a console right now.
Are you watching this with your mom? That's okay.
Recently, I tricked my brother Jerry into giving me a tour of the Namco arcade warehouse. Gave me a pretty good opportunity to break some stuff. So we are here with Jerry at Namco of America, which is, of course, the arcade division of Namco. What do we got here?
Well, this is Final Furlong. It's a racing game.
A horse
racing game at that, okay? And it is linkable to 2 units for 4 players.
Right.
So that you and your friends can race side by side.
Really?
And race in 3 different types of races. A 6.5 furlong race, a 1 mile race, and a 1.5 mile race.
So cool.
Whoa! Jeez, this is the horse. I'm sorry about this mess here, but you'll get an idea. Oh, geez. Okay, what happens is this horse will rock back and forth, okay? Now, of course, it will have some plastics on it, so it'll look exactly like a horse.
So you actually build all the machines around this area then, yeah?
Yep.
Oh. So now we're going into the warehouse.
Okay, yep. Namco Operations is the largest arcade operator in the United States.
Namco owns the cyber stations?
Yes.
How many cyber stations are there in the U.S.?
Oh,
you
boy.
You can make
I think there's
they'll believe you.
I think there's about 400.
Really?
400 to 500.
Wow.
We've got a motorcycle racing game in the works called Motocross Go. Driving games are always popular. Right. Players love them.
Yeah.
So we'll keep making them.
Tekken 4? Oh, cool. Is this from Air Combat? Hey, do you know anything about Tekken 3 for the PlayStation?
No comment.
No! I hear there's a hardware acceleration.
I don't know.
Now, was the same team who did Tekken 2 and they did Tekken 3?
Yes, it did.
And they're working, obviously, probably, you wouldn't ever tell me, but Tekken 4, we can assume.
Well, right now they're working on the PlayStation conversion.
Oh, they are? So the team who does, did they do, so after they did Tekken 2, they did the PlayStation conversion? Really? The same guys, the same team?
Plus some others, yeah.
Amazing. Wow, I didn't know that. And so now they're working on, okay, so I guess you're not working on Tekken 4, because they're still...
Not quite yet.
Yeah? They probably got some design stuff up. No, it seems like all the arcades now are going to motion-based things, because that's one thing you can't do in the home, right?
Exactly. We want you to get involved with the game physically.
Right.
Because the more you get involved physically, the more fun it is.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
I just wanted to get on TV a little bit.
Oh, cool.
My name is Craig Ward, and I'm a technical support engineer. And what we do is we supply the customer with phone service.
Hello, Craig.
Technical, not phone service. With support.
Like a 900 number? Here, can you fix this, by the way?
Actually, do you know what's wrong with it? You just snatched it out, huh? We try to help the customer over the phone with their technical problems, and if we can't, we have them send their board in, and our technical repair department brings it back, puts it on a test jig, and repairs it. I'll repair that later.
Yeah, fix that later.
So how good are you at Soul Edge? You ever played it before?
Have I ever played it before? I practically wrote the book on how
to play
Soul
did you,
Edge.
huh?
Yeah.
Challenge? Maybe later. See, I knew you would get out of that.
How about Tekken? I'm the champ at Tekken, you know.
Okay.
You want to play some Tekken?
Let's give it a shot.
Jeez. Tekken, boy.
You know, so you just soldering machines and all that good stuff. You know, technical stuff. You wouldn't know much about that,
well,
but...
you know, whatever. I know about Tekken 3, though.
Do you now?
How about some of that? Huh?
Oh, okay.
Huh? Mr. Technical person?
Kick a guy when he's down,
That's
huh?
right. The donkey kick. The donkey kick. Oh, the donkey kick. The donkey kick.
He wins! I guess he's not too bad, huh?
What do you got here?
Well, you know, on most of our boards, you have a lot of little small components here and a lot of blind technicians. Oh, you gonna shock yourself?
It's hey, don't do that. That's a. What game comes back to the most to you guys?
Repair-wise?
Well, you're supposed to say, well, none really, but.
No, actually
nothing.
we don't have, usually when we get games back to be repaired, it's usually due to operator error or something.
Operator error. Let me define operator error.
God, just stupid game, you cheap picket. You notice here there's not a lot of technicians because there's not a lot of boards to be repaired. All the games that we've recently released, we make test fixtures for them, so when the board comes in, we can put it on here and see how it plays and find out what the problem is. And over here, we have one of our technicians working on what looks like a Tekken 2 board.
Tekken 2, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Looks like you're having problems there, Lewis.
No, let me. Can I take this? Take this from you. Here, you go over there. I got control. Oh, it's so obvious. See, it's right.
Oh, that should do it.
And now you want to go test this out?
Sure. Let's give it a shot.
Come on, baby. Tekken 2. Talk to me, Michelle. Huh?
He repaired it.
Pretty good, huh?
Good job, Tom.
All right.
Good job.
Thanks a lot, man. Coming up next, reviews on the run. How the hell did I get up here?
Hey, I'm Lee from P&P Games, and we're honored to bring you classic episodes of The Electric Playground every Saturday morning. Visit us on our web store at pnpgamesonline.com, or if you're in Winnipeg, at one of our 3 retail locations at 915 McLeod, 2609 Portage, and 160 Meadowood Drive. We're gonna play forever. Now, back to the show.
Well, it's all part of the cyber diversion movement, of course. That's what I think it spawned. And we needed someone to be a contact point for the masses of heat consumers. And we figured that the Reverend was a logical choice.
Today on the Sympatico Question of the Week, Colin Gale, the Electric Playground's own 3D computer graphics assassin, asked Steve Spaz Williams what he should do to hone his craft.
Here's the trick. Stay away from computers as long as you can. Go out and get wood and carve it, and get engine parts and weld them together, right? And learn about all the tangible things in the world, because those machines are only driven by people's imaginations, and the imagination doesn't come from the machine. It comes from, the synthetic world. It comes from being outside. There you go.
Hey game players, EP wants your questions. You'll find us on the web at ep.sympatico.ca. Look for that Sympatico Question of the Week thingamajiggy in the corner there. Click on that and send us something.
Test Drive 4 for the PlayStation.
Here's a game. The graphics are amazing. The different cars are amazing. You have exotic cars. You have muscle cars.
That's the coolest thing.
The best part I like about it, though, is that when it's not just a track and you go around laps and laps and laps, it's actually one big long track. And they have multiple tracks. You can go to Switzerland and San Francisco was the best. I mean, you hit jumps. I mean, it's the first game at home where I actually felt like I was getting air.
Your gut feels like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
It was so
it's
excellent.
unreal. What'd you give the game?
The game in my book, as far as driving games go, was 9.3.
Unreal.
The steering was very good, was very tight. I love peeling out and getting, you can see the rubber on the ground and everything.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the Need for Speed series, and I know that Test Drive and Need for Speed have been running sort of neck and neck for the past few years.
Right.
But Need for Speed 2 kind of dropped the ball for me, and this one picked it right up.
Right.
The cars are amazing. I love that they used the old classics and the new ones. I love that you don't have this oval track that you're running around circles in. You've got a long road to your destination, and it's a ton of fun. 9 out of 10. Unreal game. Top Gear Rally for the Nintendo 64.
Now here's a game that I didn't have that much fun with because I thought the controls were way too loose. It's very hard on the Nintendo 64 to do a driving game with the analog stick. I've yet to play a game that I felt really good about. You know, I mean, the car was moving all over the road like this.
I understand.
If I'm playing a driving game, I don't want to have to fight with the controls.
Yeah.
And there's so many driving games out there that you can get right into, and it feels real good and real tight. You know, there wasn't too much off-road stuff, really, that much. I mean,
well, not right off the bat.
A few bits here and there, but I don't know.
The Top Gear games have always been games that you get lots of stuff the better that you do in the championship mode. And this is another game where you earn extra cars and extra tracks, and you earn the rewards as you go. And hold on a sec. I think the truck.
All right.
Go on. Okay.
Go on.
Where's my mark?
There we go. Okay.
So it's a game that offers you those rewards, but you have to earn them. And I think it is tough getting acclimated with the analog controller. But once you do, you get a real sense of you're in the driver's seat.
Here's one of the biggest problems that I had was the speed. The animations are very nice, but man, this has got to be the slowest driving game.
You get faster cars as you get better in the game.
Man.
It doesn't give you everything right off the top.
Give me it right off the top. I mean, it's just so slow in the beginning. Didn't have fun with it. 6.7.
Oh man, you bailed on that game. I thought it was real good. I thought it kicks the pants out of Sega Rally. It's got a real slick look to it. The 3D modeling is terrific. Oh, truck.
Show on.
The glassy reflections on the lakes and the puddles as you're cruising past.
That was cool. In the jungle
Unbelievable
level.
look.
Yep.
And you do get those jumps and you do get that feel, but you have to earn that stuff. It's a complex game. It's worth it. Stick with it. 8.5 out of 10.
Wow, that's too high.
Oh, no way. Stick with it. It's a great game.
Okay, Dark Rain for the PC.
Dark Rain for the PC is going to blow the CNC lover's mind. It's got so much detail, so much pizzazz. The sound effects and the graphics in this game are amazing. You're really just going to sit back spellbound.
It's another CNC game.
Yes.
It's another CNC. It's another Warcraft 2. I want a game a PC game that I've never seen before. You know, it's hard to do these days.
Yeah,
but if you love CNC, if you love Warcraft 2, you'll love this.
It's probably one that you would go to if you haven't played CNC or Warcraft yet. Try this one first.
Where you can set the points, you can set the coordinates.
AI is way better.
The backstory is amazing.
Yeah, I'd give it 8.5 out of 10.
8.3.
8.3? Yeah.
Train! We got a train coming. What? So anyway, Bomberman 64.
Oh, it's Bomberman for the Saturn.
That game too. Bomberman for the Saturn.
Bomberman for the Saturn. What do you think?
Well, the Bomberman's a great game. I love playing. It's one of the most addicting games ever of all time.
Yeah.
But the problem I have here is that the graphics suck.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. The graphics are like an NES game. There's so much cheese. The characters are so ridiculous.
You love the zoom in effects, and it just becomes a big pile of block
This is a Saturn, a 32-bit system.
Yeah.
The game looks just like a Super Nintendo game, if not worse.
Yeah.
Wow. I had more fun.
10 people at a time. That's all I gotta say. 10 people can play this game at a time. It's a party game.
Yeah.
Get yourself 2 multi-taps. Get this game. It's an incredible experience.
Get the SNES version.
No, this is better. 10 at a time. It's got a one-player mode that goes on and on. I'd give it 9 out of 10. What would you give it?
6.3.
Just because of the graphics?
The graphics suck.
You suck. 6 out of 10.
Well, thanks for coming by, and make sure you join us next week. You know, we are the #1 show, bar none, in our opinion.
Production assistance for the Electric Playground was provided by Nintendo of Canada and Heat.net.
Action, Tommy!
This classic episode of the Electric Playground was brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support the Electric Playground. Thanks for watching, and play forever.